Okay. Tell us about entering the service.
January the 9th in 1941, my mother and I went up to the federal building in Indianapolis and got sworn into the Navy. Got aboard a train and went to Chicago, and in January there's usually about as deep as snow as you can walk in there at that time, and there was. And I went out to the Great Lakes Naval Station and got there about 11 o'clock at night. And went in there, the Sergeant of Arms issued us a hammock, a mattress cover, pillowcase, and 2 blankets. And then he took us down to show us how to hang a hammock, and the jack stage was about 4 feet above the deck. And after the lights were out, you could just hear people banging and hitting the deck, falling out of their hammocks. So a lot of them just jerked their mattress out and laid on the deck. And the next morning was a Wednesday morning, and I don't know what the tradition was in the Navy, but had the same food. Wasn't worth eating. It was baked beans, a half a grapefruit, and cereal. And then we started getting our inoculation shots and getting your hair cut, and you went to the barber, and you had to pay a dime to get a haircut. Even there, you had to pay for it. They didn't do it free. They had people there. It cost you a dime to get a haircut, and they asked you how you wanted it, and you told them, and they said, "All right, hold out your hand," because they peeled your head. And then we went and got our shots, and then we went out and started learning the nomenclature, about rifles, about parade maneuvers. And I'd been in ROTC, so I knew all that. But we went for, and this was called detention. You stayed in detention for 10 days. And then after your 10 days was up, you went to Paradise. And from that the jack stage they were 8 feet high, and you had a catwalk to get to your, and if you fell out, you got hurt. And then another thing is you learn a new language in the Navy. A wall is a bulkhead. A stairway is a ladder. A window is a porthole. A door is a hatch. The bathroom is called the head. Where the fountain is called the scuttlebutt. Everything's got a name that you're not familiar with. You got to learn a new language. And I went out to after we got our boot leave, and went back out, caught a train and went out to San Pedro, California. And I went aboard the USS Brazos to be ported to Pearl Harbor. And we got there in April, and the latter part of April, and my ship assignment was aboard the USS Medusa, and I was on the Medusa from April as a fireman, which I had a red band on my arm. I was with a fireman, or they call them snipes or black gang, and it was in the fire room. And we learned all about this and that, and then also I played ball while I was over there, baseball, and also I was on the rowing team, and we had to row around Ford Island every morning before we had chow. And then on the morning of December, was that somebody at the door?
It's okay.
In the morning of December the 7th, the uniform of the day was white shorts and skivvy shirts. And I was down at the head brushing my teeth, and I heard an explosion, and I looked out the porthole, and I seen the hangars being blown up on Ford Island.